Hi, this is Jack Downs. Welcome to the online transition in JOU318 page design. This has been an odd and uncomfortable, chaotic, maybe even worrying, upsetting, anxious time. I want you to know that you can count on this course being here for you, and that we're going to try to cover pretty much all the material that we had planned on doing as the semester began. The way I'm going to be doing it is, I'm not a great fan of synchronous Zoom type, you have to be there at a certain time for class online lectures. Because I know that for a lot of you, things have changed, your schedules, your living arrangements, and so on. You may only get to internet sometimes during the day. So I'm going to be making these videos, and there will be a group of assignments for each week, similar to what you have done in normal class. And the timing is going to mirror the Tuesday and Thursday due dates generally, although I'm going to be kind of flexible with it. And you will watch the videos and do the work somewhat at your own pace within the deadlines that are listed there. Everything, of course, is Moodle based. I will be definitely available via email. I will be available via phone. I'll be sending you an email with phone information for me. I'll be available to you in person. If you are still on campus or nearby, I encourage you to come into the labs and work. Do your work here. That's probably the safest, best way to handle InDesign. As far as InDesign goes, that is one of the big question marks in this course as we go forward, because we can't do the course without InDesign. Now, we've been promised that the college is putting together a virtual lab where you'll have access to InDesign and other programs through your desktop with an internet connection. I haven't seen it yet. I'm definitely hoping it's a great thing and it's going to work fantastically. I have some concerns, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. However, I would say that between the fact that many of you are either on campus still, or you are able to drive to campus and use labs here, and then many of you have your own InDesign software, and then theoretically all of you will have InDesign available through this mystery virtual lab setup, which we have yet to learn about. I'm going to expect that everyone will be able to finish the class with InDesign and InDesign exercises. Now, let me just mention that those of you who have your own copies of InDesign, there are potentially some problems. First of all, if you have an older copy, that would be a problem. And if you have a newer copy, the problem would be if you open up the file on your newer copy and then you try to come back to a lab, you won't be able to use it. So you have to stick with that computer for that time. Also, InDesign is notorious for being not very good compatibility between Mac and PC versions. It's one of the less universal of the Adobe programs. So there's that problem. But the biggest issue that I'm concerned about with your own use of your own InDesign is the fonts and the styles, and having fonts that don't work. You're going to have to make some adjustments as you go, and they have to be reasonable adjustments, using fonts that are similar to what we had that take up about the same amount of space, for instance, so that your projects will be able to work roughly the same way. So we're going to just have to adjust as we go with that, and I will give you some advice in some of the situations, but some I can't anticipate, and you'll have to get a hold of me. That may require us to have one-on-one or even small group Zoom sessions, which I'm certainly able to do, in case I could see your desktop. But I would expect that most all the communication will be via email in general. Also, I have relaunched the forum, the student forum that we only used it once at the very beginning of the class to say something about who you are, kind of introduce yourself. I have relaunched that student forum as a general question forum for issues that are not timely, and it's there. You'll see it with a new name up higher on the Moodle page now. Beyond that, I want to mention something about the situation that some of you are in now as far as your grades and stuff that you have that has not been done yet, the late overdue work. Here's the issue. Some of you did not get very good midterm grades. You missed maybe a lot of classes and didn't submit a significant number of assignments. I think most everybody can pull up to a passing grade, but it's going to require some work. And there are some assignments that were not handed in that are so far overdue now I will not be accepting them. And you'll see a number of drop boxes have been closed. However, recently due things that are still overdue, I will accept still, and I will grade late work. And as we go forward, I will be more flexible. But this is not going to be a get out of jail free pass, this online transition. You're going to have to still do the work to make up the work. You'll see there's some extra credit options coming up. In fact, in the wide open assignment, which we start the next new assignment, you'll be able to do that. You also see some drop boxes in this first week. They've been moved into this week. They were older drop boxes, though. They are for some things that were done in the week before break that some of you did not hand in, and we'll have to make some allowances with those. Some of them are things you may have to photograph and send in to me, or scan and send in to me. So you have to do your best to get me that work digitally. Now, on the other hand, if you still are on campus or in town in general, you can always walk by my door and leave hard copy things on my door, or even arrange to see me. Even though all this is going on, as long as we are all well, as long as you and I are well, I'm happy to meet with you in person in my office, so we can arrange that too. So we'll do our best and carry on from here. Please stay in touch and let me know about questions and problems, and I'll do my best to work with you, but we will try to cover most of the content. Oh, one additional thing. There is a movie coming up, and I really want to use it because it ties into a couple other exercises. So I'm going to be asking you to watch a movie. I don't think I'm going to be able to play that for you via Zoom, although I might give it a try. It's kind of violating some copyright laws. We'll see. I'm going to ask you otherwise to go to rent the movie. I'll tell you availability. It's certainly available on Amazon. Maybe it's on Netflix, but I'll find out. It had been, but then it was taken off. Or I do have a hard copy disc of the movie, and I could leave it for you, and you could take it and watch it if you're in town here, and then bring it back, that sort of thing. So one way or the other, there is a movie coming up, and I am gonna be asking you to watch it. You'll have to probably answer some questions about it to show me that you have, and then you do an exercise that's sort of related to it. Okay, good luck to all of us. Here we go in the class.